And hello, everybody. We are live. Welcome to live stream number 5. We need to come up with a better name than Return to Live. That worked for the last 3, but we need to do a little bit better. Give me a couple minutes. I'm getting everything sorted out here. And we'll start getting some people in here. And we'll go from there. We'll get this going. And get some people in here. Going to have a mixture of some new people, some people that's been here a couple times. And what's up, Hootie Hoo? Offer still stands. You want in, I'll get you an invite somehow. So just bear with us while we get things set up here. And now people's wanting to blow up my phone, or actually, no, my iPad. All right, guys, once we get rolling here, we'll turn the camera on. We'll get this rolling. Oh, the cat's passed out on the couch, which is fine. And yeehaw, it's another Thursday night, guys. As I said, we're going to have a combination of some new people, some regulars, hopefully, and we'll get this going. Everybody, you get to spend the next hour or two looking at this ugly mug. Yeah, I wish it was Friday, too. I seem a little bit distracted. That's why I'm dealing with some other stuff behind the scenes here. Had a pretty busy day. Got hardly anything done that I wanted to get done, but some of it. So we're going to make the best of the night and hopefully have a good stream.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, since you're new to the stream, why don't you take a minute and introduce everybody to yourself, or yourself to everybody.
Well, I am Shadowfoot. I am a motor vlogger. My webpage is shadowfoot.net. And I just kind of been motor vlogging for about a year now. I'm just starting my second season on YouTube of riding. But I've actually been riding a motorcycle for many years now. Just got kind of addicted to the motor vlogging community from a couple of motor vloggers I stumbled across on YouTube. I think it was Dan that was one of the major ones I started watching. I just got swooped into the motor vlogging community. I'm also a furry and brony. I've been a furry since about 2005. So
Okay.
it's it's kind of hard to say that I'm not a furry whenever my avatar is that of my dragon persona.
Nothing wrong with it, man. We're here. Anyone who's following for a while, they know I am as well. I've been into it long enough that I'm not as flamboyant about it, I guess you would say.
Flamboyant. What a choice of words.
Well, trying. I'm not overly. Well, I guess I say there's a point in time when my Persona picture was everywhere, and it's kind of graduated from that to basically where when you start making your furry character, you start being two different people, and then all of a sudden you and it become the same. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I think it all depends upon how you create your persona. And like my roommate Pan, which unfortunately he couldn't be here today, because he just remembered he had to go into work at like 4 o'clock, and work called him in at like 4:30, being like, "Where are you at?" And so he wasn't able to make it, but he created his persona with what he wanted to be. And then there's some people that create their persona with just a slightly augmented version of who they are. So, like my persona was kind of developed around what I wanted to be, but also staying true to who I am. So that way they could be one and the same.
Same, more or less with me.
But Pan's original persona was like really OP. And, whenever he came here, we kind of talked about it for quite a while at an extensive level. And we were actually able to sit and redesign his persona to match who he is and what he wants to do than basically a fantasy RP character. Which I think that all personas should be. I mean, yeah, personas can have some RP elements to them, but have them to be true to yourself.
Okay. You've definitely went a little more in depth than I have. I mean, as far as if I guess this would kind of guide the direction of the hangout tonight. Then, as far as if we're going to talk about origins, I guess my first. How long have you been into it?
Well, let's see. When did Star Fox 64 come out?
Star Fox 64.
That's what did it to me. Is the game Star Fox? Like I always was really big into like the Disney movies when I was growing up, and back then, which was like the other animated movies, which Pixar and DreamWorks weren't really major back then. They did have some big titles like Toy Story 1 back then, but like I've always been fascinated with Anthomorphs, and Star Fox kind of what did it to me, because I was like 90% of all furries out there, and I wanted to be a fox when I first was my persona. But then, dragons were just more to my calling, so my persona was born. When was Star Fox 64? I think that was 97.
Oh, let's see. The Nintendo 64 came out. That's about right vintage.
Let's see. Star Fox, yep, 1997. That was right on the nose right there.
I guess I didn't really have any games or movies or anything like that that really drawed me to it. Mine's a little more spooky, I guess you would say.
Ooh.
Then, well,
spooky.
When I was a kid, I didn't watch the normal kids movies. Like, oh God, let's see. I remember watching the crap out of Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Yeah.
I mean, that was like, oh man. we didn't have cable for the longest time, and all we had was a VHS and a VC or VCR, I should say. All we had was a VCR and a bunch of movies that my parents either bought or people sent them, and all we got was local channels. And I mean, yeah, I watched the normal kid stuff, but I didn't really care for it. But like as far as like cartoons, I grew up being huge into Transformers, huge into Thundercats, which I wouldn't say that stems from it, but I was definitely. But anyway, back to that. I mean, I didn't even know there was a Disney's version of Robin Hood until I was like driving. Until I was like driving age, like 17, 18 years old. And the first time I actually sat and watched it, the first time I watched it, I didn't even really consider myself a furry yet because I was just starting to research it and try to figure out what was going on. But it was so funny too. The first couple people, like, oh man, way back when I think VCL was still up. I don't know if you even know what VCL is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember VCL. It was a pretty good webpage until they kind of went down.
Yeah, I remember VCL, YURF, and there's a couple other names that are escaping me right now. But I remember discovering those, and I actually made friends with a guy at the time who was living up in Maine, who was a pilot, because I was just going through firing emails to people, basically going, "Hey, what made you a furry?" And the one guy I ended up being real good friends with. He actually came out and asked me, he's like, "Dude, are you a reporter?" I said, "No." But my reason for researching it was I've always had like a reoccurring dream. I have a subconscious that's really, really active, I guess you'd say. Like when I sleep, I always dream. Okay. And I had this one reoccurring dream that started and when I go to bed, it picks up where it leaves off. And it had to do with anthropomorphic and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, okay, why am I having this dream?
Yeah. I mean, I think I don't understand why people get so bent out of shape whenever they hear, "Oh, you're a furry." I mean, my cartoon time was in the 90s. And you had anything from Care Bears to Tailspin to what was that? The Gummy Bears Adventures, Rescue Rangers, Darkwing Duck. Like all those were just pure furries.
Yeah.
And you know, it's it's one of those weird things. But you know, I've had kind of like the same thing with like recurring dreams as they just kind of go. But it's more of like my own little universe. I think everyone internally has, whether it be furry or non-furry, I think they have their own little pocket universe in their head somewhere.
Oh, that scared a couple people away. It's all right.
Can't remember what that one cartoon was, but there was this. This was like a Top Gear meets furries.
There was a Top Gear episode?
No, it was like a couple cats, then there were pilots.
Oh, okay. You mean Top Gun. That was SWAT Cats.
SWAT Cats.
Yeah, is that what you're talking about?
I think so.
Hanna-Barbera made it.
But now I feel old.
Dude, I'm older than you.
At least one thing stays consistent, and that's like Pokemon, because I think most of its success is its longevity, is because like kids back in the 90s and parents can relate to their children in the future to have like such a long going genre, to be like, I remember Pikachu, and you know, but you don't get too many things like that. Digimon tried to do something like that, but they just kind of killed out.
No, the problem was that Pokemon came before Digimon. Digimon was a better series. Pokemon had a card game behind it to push it.
Yeah, I think Digimon tried to do a card game at one point, didn't they?
Yeah, but since Pokemon came first, everyone viewed it as a ripoff.
Yeah. Even though most Digimon could mop the floor with most Pokemon.
And then I'm sure you remember Yu-Gi-Oh! That was trying to capitalize on Magic the Gathering and Pokemon.
Yeah. One of my friends, Napa, he's part of our small crew here. He's into Yu-Gi-Oh! I like the TV series on like the first series, but then it just got off hand. I love motorcycles, but as soon as they started playing a card game while riding a motorcycle, I was like, nope, I'm done.
The fact that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is still relevant amazes me.
Right. Although I think I could do a motor vlog with being like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Battle Blade thing and jump on a motorcycle and probably get a bunch of views. And a lot of people all fanboying up.
No, don't do it. It's bad audio, trust me.
I think my worst idea on the motorcycle was probably doing Pokemon Go while riding a motorcycle.
Oh, dude, there's tons of people doing that. There's videos of Jake the Garden Snake and Motonosity freaking doing it. If you go slow enough, it counts it as walking distance.
Right.
That's why most of the people are doing them on Groms.
Yeah. I might actually want to get myself a Grom. They look like they'd be a lot of fun.
It's such a cult bike right now, and the only reason it's got the popularity it's got is because
A lot of big names are riding.
Cheap, and two, let's see here. That's the in thing to get right now.
Yeah, I mean, everyone from, I think every major motor vlogger I can think of has a Grom, or has something like a Grom.
Chase don't have one.
Well, Chase on Two Wheels has his hands full with like his new motorcycle he's rebuilding, like the Gotti Monster.
Well, even before that, he had the WR when it was, he got the WR right at the end of its popularity. And let's see here, Motonossi doesn't have one. He bought a Ruckus instead, which
Basically the same thing.
which I like Motonosity, but perfect example of why when you buy something you leave it alone. When you pour that much time and money into something, it's not going to run right. He took a brand new scooter, dumped probably another $4,000 or $5,000 into it. Maybe not that much, but no, probably about that much into it. And he can't trust it. He's been left walking home twice with it now.
Right. And then you got other people that just kind of get scooters. I don't know. Like, who was complaining recently? Cycle Cruiser. He was complaining recently that his scooter died. And then you see what he does to it, and then it's like, wonder why. It's
No.
not a bike. It's not meant to go that fast.
No, that ain't what killed it.
What killed it?
Oh, about, what was it, like 3-4 months ago, Cycle Cruiser did a video showing how many miles was actually on his 4-year-old CBR. had barely over 2,000 miles on it, and he bought it brand new with 0 miles. So what happened? A lot of the scooters, a lot of your Chinese scooters, they're still carbureted. You let them set, especially the Chinese ones. You let them set, the carburetor just gums up. And plus, he said himself he never serviced it. When you get them out of the box, you're supposed to do when you first get them. He even said himself he didn't do it. You're supposed to do a valve clearance check before you even start them. He didn't do it.
Yeah, I unfortunately am cursed with all carbureted motorcycles.
Well, it's carbureted.
Well, look at your curse. Your motorcycle's not running.
My curse is I'm the third owner, and the second owner didn't do nothing, and the first owner just did a hack job to it. That's my curse.
Yeah.
It might need a carburetor issue. Mine just lost spark because of the wiring screwed.
Yeah.
I mean, crazy. I put 5,000 more miles on in one season than Cycle Cruiser did in 4 years.
I didn't think you rode that much, but okay.
I did 7,000 miles last season, dude.
Usually I average about 1,000 or so, but
yeah, I put 7,000 miles on that bike. That's why I'm not bitching too much.
you could probably get yourself a new wiring harness for about $100 or so.
Brand new is $400.
400. Wow.
No, there's one on eBay that I found that's coming off of it's coming off of 2014 with 1,200 miles on it for like $170. That's going to get ordered Saturday.
Gonna do a build video?
No, I'm doing fix my shit videos. No, if you dig back through my channel, you'll see there's some videos I called quick and dirty updates. That's me working on the bike. And it's just me. I don't have $700-800 DSLRs to set up and cinematic and all that crap. The videos I'm doing are literally like with my phone or my GoPro, which I ain't done any videos with the GoPro on that yet. Which when I get the wiring harness, I'm probably going to put this one with the Chesty.
Yeah, I was about in the same boat as you were last season. But at the end of last season, very beginning of this season, my rewards program at work for doing such a good job gave me a Canon T7, which is like one of those DSLR expensive as shit cameras. And then I got a Sony action camera that I just recently did a video on. I was at Walmart and they take the batteries and stuff out of them, and I looked at the battery and I was like, that looks familiar. I just got my little fanny pack type pouch I had my Sony action camera in and just put the battery in and it worked fine. I was like, that's definitely worth looking into. And I don't know about you. I carry my Sony action camera with me wherever I go. That and my gun.
Well, I don't feel that much of a need to. I mean, like I said, I don't carry the GoPro. The only time I carry the GoPro is if I know I'm going to want to make a video. And I mean, mainly because, I mean, my phone does decent enough video for all I'm doing. I'm not doing like, oh my God, feature length movies.
Yeah. Yeah, but my thing is, I feel really bad if I didn't have something to capture something with, like if something interesting happens in front of me.
Yeah, but I do have something.
Yeah, but worst case scenario, the phone doesn't work or something like that. But I'm still digging around to try to find a 1080p DVR for my motorcycle to put on that's just strictly standalone. That way, if something happens to my action camera, it's a black box. It does nothing but strictly black box my bike. So
problem you're going to have with that is it's going to be a constant drain on the battery.
yeah, but not too much. I mean, the camera system you're talking about maybe about a couple watts, if that.
I know people with alarm systems, if they let it go for more than a couple weeks without starting it, it kills the batteries.
Oh no, it turns off after you have it turned off. Like once your key switch is off, it'll turn itself off after like 15 minutes. It has like an auto off feature, like most car cameras and stuff like that, and it turns on like as soon as you turn on the key switch, it boots up, and boot up takes like 10 seconds.
Yeah, but how many of the systems out there are actually weatherproof?
All of them. Yeah, the only thing that's not 100% weatherproof is the actual brain box, and usually that just fits right under the seat somewhere. That's about inch and a half by an inch and a half by like half an inch, if that. So it's like a little box you can just kind of stuff anywhere under there.
Yeah, but most of your, even though it's under the seat, that's not 100%.
Yeah, I mean, it's still water resistant. I mean, unless you submerge the thing, you're not going to have any problems.
What's up, Tom?
What's going on, fellas?
Same shit, different day, man.
I had to finish up with Outlaw Morgan.
Well, that's fun. This is Shadowfoot.
Yeah, I'm subscribed to him.
Are you?
Wait, I've had a subscriber that I didn't know.
Maybe Thomas 8, man. You probably subscribed me. I went to your channel and checked it out, and yeah, you ride a motorcycle, so I went, yeah, okay, click.
I want to investigate this now because it's always fun whenever I come across people randomly. It's kind of like, you subscribe to me? I feel so honored because, you know.
I've got too many to go through and figure out. Well, we're getting ice pellets here.
Where's here?
Council Bluffs, Iowa.
Grace, tomorrow we're supposed to be having 70-degree weather.
Fixing to get 3 to 5 inches of snow tonight and tomorrow. And yesterday it was 76 fucking degrees.
Jeez, that's a hell of a temperature swing.
It's a hell of a weather thing.
Yeah, tomorrow it's supposed to be around 70 here. I guess down farther south, you go for me. There's some people saying they're calling for 80-degree temperatures.
Well, I don't know which way this storm's going. I think it's going northeast. So I think Chuck and MYBR are going to get it. Maddie. So what are we talking about tonight?
Whatever's comes up, man. I don't have much of a direction tonight. Well, I mean, I don't know. Last week we turned into talking about cell phones, and I don't really want to do that again.
I don't either. Especially today.
Go rounds of Verizon.
I just got into it with Verizon last night.
Hey, what's wrong with Verizon?
They suck.
Dude, I've been with Verizon for 11 fucking years. Okay? I had the unlimited data program, or the unlimited data. And I wouldn't change phones, and I wouldn't change phones, and I wouldn't change phones. And then finally, I ended up having to change fucking phones. So I just finished my 2-year agreement on my Droid Bionic phone. So I started getting a hold of them last night, saying, I'm ready to switch back to the unlimited. How much is it? And they brought up my file and everything, and this was on online chat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it'll be $160. I said, yeah, $80 per phone. Duh, no shit. I already got that figured out. I said, do the math and give me a final bill for what it would be if I told you to switch it right now. Oh, okay, hang on a minute. They come back with $186.
Holy fuck!
No, this is fine. This is fine. I've got whatchamacallit on my phone, Navigator.
Yeah, Verizon Navigator.
$5 a month. And then ringtones and some other stupid shit caller ID, which I'm like, really? You actually charge for caller ID? I thought that went out in the fucking 2000s.
Well, if the caller ID they're talking about is like if the number's not in your phone, it'll still give you the name if the name's listed.
It does not do that, even paying for it.
Does it? Well, that's supposed to be.
So anyway, it's 186 something for unlimited fucking data, and they were all the rest of my bullshit. Right now, I'm paying 198 something
For two
for
phones?
12 gigs of data.
For two phones?
Yeah. For 12 gig. I just got madder than I just got mad like a motherfucker over that.
So mine just ended. Or mine ends at the end of this billing cycle. Which the billing cycle's over, but it makes me wait till the next billing cycle to say, hey, you're free and clear. And my bill went, but again, I was paying, well, the iPad was over with about 2-3 months ago. And I was
now see, you're talking iPhone, iPad shit.
No, I got an Android phone. Then I got an iPad. But I was paying monthly on this for the 2 years. And then I was paying it was like $30-some a month. This was done 3 months ago. And this is completely done pretty much at the end of this month. And my bill dropped, which this shouldn't have made my bill higher because the quote, this still fell under the whole $200 under contract. But yet my bill still dropped by probably 20-some bucks. Because I have 8 gigs and mine's like 150, and that's with 2 devices.
And you share that data?
Yeah, that's between both the iPad and the phone.
Oh, okay.
Because if I drop the iPad off it right now, my bill would only drop $10.
Oh, and that's another point. We paid cash for these Droid Bionics 2 years ago, and they were like $400. So I looked up their trade-in value, $40 fucking.
Oh yeah.
10% of the original cost.
Yep, that's what deal is.
I'm like, fuck you. I'll smash mine and send it in under warranty and get a new refurbished one for fucking $50.
You want to know it's a hard pill to swallow, which I wouldn't trade this in anyway, but when this was new, when I bought it in a contract, this was almost an $800 tablet. If I trade it back into Verizon now, they'll give me like $200 for it. And they're still selling this tablet on their website for about $600.
Well, yeah, because they got to refurbish yours to resell it.
Mine's got no scratch. It's been in a case since day one. There's no scratches.
Trust me, dude, they're going to refurbish it. That's just a flat out, that's what they do.
I know. Just
Yeah, y'all make it sound all. You guys have been too much. Like my previous job, previous job was working as a fiber technician for Verizon. And I was like 6 months worth of training just to get the job. And I've worked in customer service for many years. Amongst all of the customer service jobs I've ever worked, some of the angriest people are Verizon customers. And this was not on the cell phone side. I'd still hear the wrath of angry cell phone people that would make their way into my phone number somehow. But like just universally, everyone, like almost all the customers I talked to in Verizon were angry customers. And
You know why that is?
well, because as far as one of their main practices, like behind the scenes, is that they just want the money and they don't really care about making a customer really happy.
We pay so much, we expect better quality service, and we're not getting it.
see, my beef is a little bit different than Tom's. See, I originally didn't have Verizon. My company I was with was a regional carrier, and they bought the carrier I was under, which the carrier I had no issues with whatsoever. They treated me great. At one time with Verizon, I had an over $250 bill with them because I had 5 phones under my name. And even with all that, you think they would, even with me having that in my history, you would think they would bend over a little more for me. But
no.
What happened, which again, this was quite a few many years ago, which kind of made me say, you know what, piss on you guys. I had an HTC Resound that
Another phone I'll never go back to.
was the worst phone I ever had, which I toughed it out. I broke the screen on the damn thing twice. The second time I broke the screen, I was like 2 months out of contract, and I was wanting to switch carriers. And about 2 or 3 weeks before it was over, my phone just wouldn't turn on. So I had to renew under them, or they would nail me for breach of contract, even though I was like a couple weeks left. I didn't want to do another $90 insurance claim on a phone that I wasn't going to be using in a couple weeks. And by the time I would have got it,
You would have been out of the contract.
It would have been a waste. So what I ended up doing, I ended up biting the bullet. I went ahead and got a Samsung Galaxy S4. No, yeah, the S4. If that tells you how long ago this was. And that wasn't the phone I really wanted, but I said, okay, whatever. And what I've always done in the past, from when that company first bought out Alltel till then, I would sign their 2-year contract. I would charge the $200 to my bill, And then over the course of the next 2 billing cycles, I'd pay that $200 off. Well, I did that, got the phone, and my bill came rolling up. I paid the standing bill, and there was like $150 left I left on my account. Well, a couple of days later, or actually the next day after the payment was supposed to be paid, they start robocalling me of collections. So I go ahead and I call them back, and I give him the information. Guy answers, I'm polite. He goes, I'm such and such. He goes, we still show a balance of $150. Are you paying that today? I said, no. And he goes, well, you can't leave a standing balance on your account. I said, oh, yeah? Then tell me why over the last 4 phones I bought through you guys, you let me do it. But now all of a sudden I can't. What changed? You never sent me no new terms of service or nothing like that. Why do you even give a spending account limit when you're going to go ahead and do this? What changed? Well, he wouldn't answer. I fought with him. And he tried to tell me that no other company does this. I said, oh, yeah? And at the time, I had a tablet under Sprint that I was going to go to Sprint. And about like 2 or 3 weeks before, they sent me a thing in the mail telling me that since I was such a good customer, they was upping my spending limit to like $700 I could charge on my account. And I'm like, I'll never do that. But so I throw it up to the guy. And he's like, oh, I don't believe that. I said, okay, dude, number one, tell you what, I'm within the 30 days and I've not used nowhere near the data on this phone or the call time. How about I walk into a Verizon store, hand this phone over, and tough it out for the next week, and I go to Sprint. How about that? Well, when I said that, his tune changed. All of a sudden, he goes, "Oh, so you're going to pay off the $150 next billing cycle?" I said, "Yes." Look over my account history. I've done this for the last 4 phones. So you're going to pay it? I said, "Yeah." Okay, and that was the end of it. Next billing cycle came. It was like 100 and whatever, and I paid the extra 150 on top of that. That was it. But they felt the need to try, and I don't know what they were trying to. Well, I know what they were trying to do, but they felt the need that they wanted to be a dick. So I never forgot that. And once this is fully done.
Hey, Footy.
Yeah.
What did you feel like when you were answering phones for Verizon when somebody would say something like, "I've already talked to enough of you frontline guys. I want your boss"?
Well, the sad thing is, because of the 6 months of training that I had, I was pretty much that guy. The only person above me was my direct supervisor, and that's one thing I really didn't like, because it's like the first couple people that I talked to are just the lackeys, and then they eventually talk to me because I'm tier 3 support, and I'm the one that gets yelled at for absolutely everything. They don't get to me unless there's a big problem, or they're just really mad. But it didn't make me feel good at all. I felt really good when I was able to fix their problems, but some of their problems was just either the customer refusing to acknowledge that their computer needs servicing, or in some cases it's our equipment and we send out a technician the next day. It's a little different than the cell phone people, where the cell phone people are kind of like set, or in a way. The department I worked in was like city police, right? Where they actually somewhat cared about the customer and wanted to make sure everything worked. Where the cell phone version of Verizon is more like State Highway Patrol, where they're there to basically write you tickets and get money out of you. So it was not my favorite job.
No, I can imagine how tough that would be.
Because I was just like you, Tom. I was with U.S. West Cellular, and I got bought out.
Oh, you went with U.S. Cellular too?
No. I was with U.S. West Cellular back when it was a 3-pound bag phone.
Okay.
And Verizon bought me, and I've been there ever since, 20-plus years. And they kept screwing me over, and I left about 6 months ago.
I had U.S. Cellular when I lived down in Missouri. And one day I got a bill for like $1,100. Said I was roaming. But I was picking up a tower from my mom and dad's house that was 60 miles away as the crow flies.
I remember roaming.
I guess because it was the only cell phone tower strong enough to pick me up. And oh my God, did I go round and round with them? And I finally ended up saying, here's the number to where I'm at. You call me on the landline and I'll answer it and prove it to you. And I'll talk into both phones. And I did that. And then they said, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to release you from your contract. Send your phone back in. I was like, good deal, fine. That's when I went to Verizon.
Yeah, in the beginning, they were great. I mean, in the beginning, until they got super greedy, they were great. And then the stores started getting hard to deal with, and everybody started to get hard to deal with. And it wasn't really so much the employees, it was more the darn policies that the company instituted higher up.
Remember when we used to have to pay for text messages?
Yeah.
That cost them shit. It's data.
It was like 10 cents a message.
My plan, I was unlimited like you were. I was paying, $101 a month, and then the taxes came up to $113. I had 900 minutes and 250 texts that I never exceeded. And I was unlimited. So like you, I was buying my own phones. And then all of a sudden they jacked my bill up year ago, September, $20 because I had unlimited. And I was out of my contract. I hit it, I just never changed contracts or anything. They forced me off of it.
Let's see. I had the full unlimited plan, unlimited talk, text, web, all that before they did away with it. And I think my bill then was like $125 a month.
See, I never minded paying around $100 for unlimited.
Yeah, near die.
Unlimited shit.
I mean, honestly, like right now, I'm paying like the 150 some for 2 devices. I mean, that's the price you pay to play, I guess.
I mean, my goddamn internet bill at home is $67 a month.
Mm-hmm.
So I run my phone, my brother runs his phone. As soon as he gets home, we all go on to the what do you call it? We all go on to the computer fucking thingy here. God damn it. What are the fuck, I'm drawing a blank.
But every time I turned around, they wanted $20 here, $20 there. And it got to the point where, so when they knocked me off my unlimited, I says, okay, I can go upgrade my phone. And they says, well, it'll cost you another $20 to be on contract. And I'm going, what? And I says, you do a lot for the new customers, but you screw us old customers over. What are you going to do for us? So we can't really do anything for you.
I told that fucking clown last night, I said, you're driving me very close to jumping to Sprint or T-Mobile. He said, hang on a minute, I'll get those numbers for you.
Yeah. Well, once you start threatening on leaving, their tone changes.
Oh, they didn't care. So it was like, okay, fine, I'm gone. And I went to Cricket. I'm happy with Cricket.
Because I've been looking at phones off and on today. I've been looking at unlocked phones that I'd have to go to a GSM carrier to use.
Yeah.
But
And I looked at their unlimited. Their unlimited plan was 10 gigabytes, then they throttle you, or it's either 10 or 20 gigabytes they throttle you.
it's up to 10 gigs after that they throttle you, which someone said that, like, hey, I got unlimited. I said, yeah, up to 10 gigs and they throttle you. He goes, oh, no. I spent 2 hours on the phone with a bill specialist. I said, Did he offer? Did he offer to buy you?
They still like you. Some of them.
I said, did he offer to buy you a cake too?
Yeah.
But
When we switched, we asked him, do we owe anything? Is there any penalties? Is anything going to happen? Oh, no, you're free and clear. You can leave. Well, then we get bills in the month saying we early terminated. And we're
what's that?
Was that with US West?
No, I've never been. That was Verizon.
No shit.
No shit.
Oh yeah. Well, that's like right now. According, if I showed you the page for my thing right now, it says I'm out of contract, but yet it still says there's 21 days left. Even though I already paid for last month's. It still says there's 21. But my contract day was supposed to end on the 17th of this month, but it still says there's 21 days left.
They won't end your contract. They'll let you keep going month to month on it.
Yeah, I know. But like I said, if like right now, theoretically, I should be able to walk in and say, "Hey guys, I'm switching." They'll nail me for breach of contract.
The only thing that keeps me from actually carrying out my threats is Verizon has the best coverage throughout the United States, and I don't give a fuck what anybody else says. I've ridden with T-Mobile. I've ridden with Sprint guys. I always have coverage, and they don't.
I went with the second best network. I'm with AT&T Towers.
Yeah,
And I
AT&T is a pretty strong network.
house. I had no coverage in my house at all with Verizon. I can actually get phone calls in my house now.
Last time I knew somebody that had AT&T, it was kind of dangerous because they would use other people's towers and then they would flip that back on the customer.
Sprint does.
Maybe they don't do that anymore now. I don't know.
Well, no, Sprint used to do that, and then when they bought Nextel, or when Nextel bought them, they did away with that. That's why Sprint still advertises no overcharge for roaming or whatever.
Yeah, Sprint bought Nextel. Nextel's gone.
Because Sprint will roam on Verizon towers.
See, that's the whole thing. The whole fucking deal is a big fucking scam just to steal money from people.
Well, that's like AT&T and T-Mobile. They can use each other's towers too because they're GSM.
And see, I only pay $70 a month.
Right, with Cricket.
I just go with Straight Talk. That's pretty much what I do.
Yeah.
Well, see here, Straight Talk uses Verizon towers.
Here it can do either or. Right now I'm on the Verizon towers.
But doesn't Straight Talk throttle your ass after a while?
Like after about 5 gigs, but then again, there's a lot you can do on 5 gigs.
Mine's 10. At 10, they throttle.
Not me. I'd be throttled on the first day.
I don't know. Like I said, I have the plan I have with them now ain't terrible. It's a rollover plan. Any data I don't use, it rolls over to the next billing cycle. And I get 8 gigs every month, and whatever I don't use out of that rolls over onto the next. I mean, lately I've been just using Wi-Fi everywhere I can, and I'm just trying to build it up.
That's what I was talking about.
I want to see, and then once I have a bunch stored up, I want to use past 10 gigs and see if they start throttling me. And if they do,
Well, they'll tell you that 30 days, and then they drop what you saved up.
no. It's seriously. I have the email from when I did their goofy thing to get it. I had to download their new data manager app.
Oh, yeah, you have to be a part of that data manager, yeah.
See, like right now, here, I'll do this. See, right here it shows I got 89% if the camera focuses.
Mm-hmm.
But right there, see, it says I have 10.75 gigs left.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And I only have an 8 gig plan.
Oh, okay.
So,
If I went back to them, I'd have no coverage in the house. This one guy came into the Verizon store while I was paying her payment on her bill for her leaving the plan early. And darn it, if the guy says, I'm having problems getting signal stuff and all this. And I was sitting there thinking to myself, well, it sounds just like our problems we were having.
I don't know. Verizon does have the most coverage, but that's because they bought out the regional carriers and got their towers.
But I don't know if they're doing so much with them.
Yeah, they are.
Now, 2012, when I went to the meetup up at the Buckeye Boys, their satellite fucking internet, Keith's wife had already burned up all the fucking limit on it. So I said, don't worry about it. So I plugged my phone in to the power cord, and I give everybody access, and everybody's uploading videos. I used in, I think it was 20 days, we used 99 gig. And the bill never changed.
Yeah, because you had.
Because my phones do hotspot. That's a have to have for me. Mobile hotspot.
See, T-Mobile's offering you a $150 gift card to switch.
I really don't want to switch to Sprint or T-Mobile. I just want Verizon to start fucking being what they used to be.
Yeah.
Well, that was the whole reason for me buying the Sprint tablet years ago. I wanted to try the network out before I switched. And I didn't have trouble with it. A lot of people said Sprint didn't have a lot of coverage, and there was places where my phone didn't have coverage and my tablet did.
Yeah, what was cool about here, I would lose signal south on 177 with Verizon. It cut in and out. I went all the way down to almost Wichita, and I never lost signal. That's who I went with.
You still there, Shadow?
Yeah, I'm here. I really don't have too much more to say on this subject.
Oh, sorry. This kind of turned into another bitching fest. Let's change the subject.
Who did the artwork on your icon there, Shadow?
Sorry, what?
Who did the artwork on your avatar?
Actually, I did this artwork. It took me like forever, but I do have an updated avatar that I had another furry artist, actually an Italian furry artist, do for me.
Cool.
I'm still looking for some artists if you know anyone that does art.
Okay.
Not me.
We can help you, Tom.
well, again, why this all came up was I was looking today, and a couple of the unlocked phones, like what was it, like Lenovo? I was looking at a couple of Lenovo phones.
Now,
And
who brought phones back up?
Huh?
Now, who brought phones back up?
Yeah, it's my fault. I'm done. I promise. No more.
How's the bike coming, Dante?
Still in pieces.
Okay.
You know,
Get the
there's
harness yet?
No, I'm gonna order it. I gotta order it Saturday.
see the thing that me and him have in common is both of our KLRs are broken.
Oh no! What's wrong with your KLR?
Let me show you. Give me 1 second here.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember now. I'll let you show 'em.
Yeah, well, actually, yeah, there's two reasons my KLR is messed up.
He actually has a KLR 250, Tom.
Holy fuck, that's an old one.
Actually, no, they made those up to 2001.
Still a fucking old one, dude.
Well, it still runs, kinda.
Kinda.
Just kinda.
All right, so give me a second here.
They're about ready to put that Hayabusa motor in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you want.
World's fastest dual sport.
Fucking motor's wider than the bike is fucking long.
That's what happened to the motorcycle first. And that's what finished it off.
He's putting in the side chat, Clinton, if you're wanting to see it.
Oh, okay. I gotta figure out where that is. I can do it on the phone. Actually, I can look at the phone and do it.
If you know what, here I'll do this, Clinton. I'll send it to your Skype.
Okay.
That way you don't go to try to dig for it.
Hey, Tom, I found your Facebook for your YouTubes. There we go.
See, I know I've seen this video.
A lot of people have seen this video. It is my only popular video. It makes up about 98% of all my views.
But this, but it says I wasn't subscribed to you, so my apologies, but I recognized your name.
Well, at least I have some kind of recognition. I've been getting subscribers left and right, like not major numbers, but you know, it's just picking up more than it ever has.
I told you what to do. Submit that video to Moto Madness, and your subscriber count will jump.
Oh, I did. If you look, like right on the first link, he messaged me today or 20 hours ago. He messaged me 20 hours ago, and he was like, "Is this you?" And then I was like, "Yep, that's me." So I don't know. When he posts it, I'll probably get a lot more influx.
Oh, it'll jump exponentially. He's a good dude. He's Australian, but he's a good dude.
Well, most people Australians usually pretty nice.
Oh man. Yep. Mine's still in pieces. I gotta order the wiring this Saturday and then give it a couple days, and then I'll start tearing the bike apart some more.
So does everyone in this group have a KLR?
No.
No.
Tom did it one time.
I sold it to Muzzle Mike.
And Clinton,
Honda.
he's
No.
got two Hondas. Or no, he doesn't. Or no, he's got a Honda and a Vulcan 1500, I think.
And
What's up, Reed?
What's up, everybody?
Hey, bro, what's
Hi.
going on?
I was having a horrible week, man. Yeah,
Well, I was hoping I woke you out of a horrible dream.
yeah, you did. Thank you. Man, yeah, shitty week. One of my birds died Tuesday.
Oh, I'm sorry.
My lily bird, my green bird, that I've had her for 10 years. 10 years I had that parakeet, man. So I'm a 47-year-old grown man crying over his dead parakeet, unfortunately.
Oh,
It never gets easy, man.
Fuck no, not even for a parakeet, dude. I mean, I really love that bird, so.
How's the other bird doing?
He seems to be doing okay. He's pacing a lot, but luckily he's got the cockatiel to rap with, and they're friends, so.
oh, that helps. That helps.
Yeah,
I was wondering if you can get another parakeet.
probably not. not for a while. This has been such a bad 3 years. I've lost 5 pets in 3 years, and pets that I've had, 10 years, and doesn't matter if I had them 10 months, I'd still love them just the same. But so I'm afraid to get any more pets, to be honest with you, and especially fragile birds. But I think I lost my lily bird just because she was old.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, one day she was fine, and then like Friday she was fine, and then Saturday I came out and uncovered her, and I thought I was, in her cage, and I thought I startled her. She was just sitting on her perch, and I thought I startled her, and she started wobbling her head and shit. And then I was like, wow, that's weird. And I kind of played it off like I just woke her up, you know what I mean? And then about an hour later, I watched her climb around the cage, and I could tell she was having difficulties, motor skills and shit. And so she was having big time balance issues for Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night. Of course, we were looking for a vet to take her to, and we live in hillbilly land, so there's no avian vets around here. They only treat horses and regular animals, which is great, but people have birds too. And so finally we found an avian vet, and they couldn't see my bird until Wednesday morning, and of course she died Tuesday evening at 6 p.m. and I'm sure there's probably nothing the vet could do anyway, but still.
Sounds like he had a stroke.
That's what I think too.
Yeah, that's right.
So she held on for almost 4 days, and I thought she was getting better. And then Tuesday afternoon, I was trying to, I'd been worried sick for over 3 days and wasn't sleeping and shit. So I was trying to fucking do something else. And so I finally turned on my PS4, and I was playing with my brother. And we were in the middle of playing, and I looked over, and I could see her almost falling to the bottom of the cage. And so I ran over there and grabbed her in my hand. And, while my brother was sitting there going, oh, shit, what's going on? And, she died in my hand within minutes of taking her out of the cage. And
Yeah.
my brother's on the other end of the chat probably going, oh, fuck, you know what I mean? Because he's hearing me just freaking out and shit.
Oh,
And so I have my poor dead bird in my hand, and I'm telling my brother, I gotta go, and I gotta shut down my whole video game system and shit. I don't want to set her down, you know what I mean? It was such a fucking horrible thing.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's how my week's been going, and then tomorrow I get to turn 47 years old, and I'm not too fucking happy about that either.
Just don't have a stroke on us, all right?
Yeah, no shit, huh?
Yeah,
Motherfucker.
deep breaths, man. Deep breaths.
Yeah.
But, dude, about 4 or 5 months, after my parents left, I took the one dog. I don't think I told anyone about this. I told a couple.
me.
Huh? Did I?
Yeah, awful, man.
Yeah, I mean that you know, I mean basically I mean I had to plead a vet to see, you know, to take her that day, and like I said, I paid over $300 for them to put her to sleep.
I hear you. It's the worst thing in the world, man. Worst thing in the fucking world.
But
I'd rather run over a bunch of school children in a pickup than put my dog.
Hey, speaking of school kids, did you guys see that fucking video from Anaheim, California?
I've been ignoring this bullshit. Absolutely
no, I didn't.
ignoring it.
They were walking across an LAPD police officer's yard or some shit. The video doesn't show how it exactly went down,
Of course it doesn't.
but the cop in civvies grabbed a hold of one kid, and there was like 16 fucking teenagers, and they basically surrounded this cop.
Right.
He was dragging this kid. I don't know what the fuck he was doing, but then the cop ended up pulling his gun out. He didn't shoot anybody. It appears he fired a round into the ground. And oh fuck, they rioted last night or demonstrated, started throwing bricks through his fucking house windows. And
now they're still going at it down there in Anaheim.
that's why I was watching Outlaw Morgan, because he did an hour-long special on it. He showed the videos.
Well, I hope they go riot at Disneyland and just fuck that place up then. Stupid assholes. I'm so fucking
Down to Anaheim, I used to have to deliver meat down there.
But
in
what
Anaheim.
Outlaw was bringing up is, who's responsible for this shit?
It's also known as Anacrime.
Is it the cop? Is it the kids? Is it the single parents of those kids? Is it the school that doesn't discipline those fucking kids?
It's all of the above, man. All of the above. Mainly, I blame parents. Number friggin' 1, the parents. Number 2, I blame Lady fucking Gaga. Just because she's an ugly, talentless bitch. And she's polluting these fucking stupid kids' minds with her garbage.
Don't forget Madonna.
Yeah, I blame Madonna, and I blame Rosie O'Donnell. I blame all those pieces of shit. That's who I blame. But seriously, I blame the parents, number 1. Absolutely.
But you know, if you lay a hand on a kid, oh, you're a rotten, evil parent. You're going to jail over that shit.
That's why we have such rotten, evil children, because parents aren't allowed to discipline their kids.
Exactly what Outlaw kept bringing up.
Yep, it's as simple as that. The parents aren't allowed to discipline the kids. And we've got just a whole generation of shitty parents. My generation is probably the worst parents to ever come along. I blame my generation for that. Abso-fucking-lutely.
I remember All right,
Hey,
now
I
we're
just
all-
hopped on. What are you guys talking about?
And I don't take any credit for that because I wasn't a dumb fuck that had any kids. So I didn't pollute this fucking world with a piece of shit little bastard. I just didn't. I
He's,
didn't contribute to the problem. Thank you.
he's talking about out in
I heard Anaheim or something.
And a crime.
What's going on there? I don't watch the news at all.
Oh, the fucks are rioting because who knows why, really? Because there was an altercation between an off-duty policeman and a stupid fucking teenage punk, and some shit went down, and the cop wound up discharging his firearm, I think, in the air. He didn't
That's
shoot
what they said
anybody,
here.
and now they're rioting. Of course, they're rioting in Anacrime.
Was the kid black or something? Is that why they're making a big deal?
Maybe a Latino kid. He wasn't
Of
white. I'm
course.
sure.
Yeah,
I don't
of
know
course.
the. I don't know
He wasn't wearing a kilt, dude.
Yeah.
He forgot the proper thing. Put his hands up and say, "Don't shoot."
Yep. Pants up, don't loot.
that's the wrong color.
Pants up, don't loot. Pants up, don't loot.
So you're gonna be putting your 500 back together there, Shadow?
My 500?
Yeah.
What's wrong with my 500?
Oh, your 250, I mean.
Oh, yeah, my 250, as soon as I get another paycheck or two under my belt, I'm going to take it to Custom Power Sports, which is our local only monopolized bike shop in like the Quad County area. And probably haven't looked at it. It runs, kind of, but it needs probably the carbs adjusted and clutch cable. So
I see.
the headlight's completely smashed on it, but then again, aftermarket.
eBay.
Yeah.
That thing took a really big beating on the first wreck and took a really big beating on the second wreck, and it still will move.
Is the frame straight?
From what I can tell, I mean, when I went down the road, it didn't try to drag me one side or another.
It didn't take you into the women's restroom either. So it wasn't transgender. It definitely was straight.
Hey, my man Trump signed that shit today.
Speaking
Yeah.
of Trump, look at my my first video. There's a person that looks just like Trump when I had my wreck. 11 minutes and 40 seconds in the video, and then I looked up and I was like, is that Donald Trump?
He's all making Shadow crash again.
Now, if it was Donald Trump, you'd already have a new bike and
Yep.
all your medical bills and everything else would be paid.
You know it.
But Shadow,
That's-
I put Friday's channel link in the side chat.
Did what now?
In the side chat, Shadow asked who Kevin's channel name,
Oh, I see.
channel link.
Figure I'll be sharing and subbing each other.
Great. I think that puts me up to like 56 now.
One at a time, man.
You're changing YouTube one viewer at a time.
I've been here 10 years. I got 2 subscribers, so don't feel bad.
I was looking at my subscriber count, and someone subscribed to me today that's like a 10-year-old boy, and he has 2 videos, and like between both of the videos there's maybe 30 views, but he has like 255 subscribers. I have no idea how.
Must have
I
a
get
big
that shit
family.
sometimes too.
He traded Pokemon cards for fucking subscribers.
No, it's the whole sub for sub bullshit.
Yeah.
That's what I think Renegade Biker's fucking doing.
Yep. There's a
no
whole.
way he's seriously got 700 subscribers.
There's God. It's hard to think that there's really 700 people that are that fucking retarded to watch that guy. Really. And I don't mean that as a cocky, person who makes videos on YouTube as well. You know what I mean? But that dude is the biggest friggin' kook of all kooks. I mean, you can't go more kook than that guy.
He's got He's got the worst voice.
Who is this person you're talking about?
Renegade Biker 24.
Oh yeah, you want to see a channel to make sure that what you not to do in motovlogging? Go watch this guy. He is exactly what not to do in motovlogging. Seriously, man. Fucking complete handbook for it.
He goes to a meetup and then whines afterwards. Well, even during, because they run off and leave him.
Oh, there's too many people here. Ooh.
The road is curvy. I don't have a support team. There's no chase vehicle. There's no medical helicopter to pick me
Where's
up.
the
if I
police
fall
escort?
down.
Ooh.
The police escort. You got it, and you ain't even watched it yet.
I want Chips to escort us. There's no Punch and John.
No, last summer I used to sub to a bunch of people that they were making videos about that after the Atlanta meetup where those guys got into a crash.
Oh yeah, that was.
And just every other video was people bitching like, I can't believe that guy, he stopped in the middle of the road, and I unsubbed from so many people after that drama.
Yeah.
Oh
If
my
you guys
God.
know what I'm talking about.
No, he wasn't there. He wouldn't have made it that far.
Fuck no, that guy can't leave Missouri.
He tried to come up here.
Well,
He tried
Arkansas.
to meet me. He was gonna ride from where the fuck's he live?
Faggots Holler, Arkansas.
I don't think Clinton's far from him.
I think he lives in Faggots Holler.
And he was gonna go to Sturgis.
Yeah.
He made it 60 miles south of me and stopped in Lincoln, Nebraska,
And got scared, very scared.
and then called me up and said, "It's too windy on I-29. How about you come down here?" I'm like, dude, I ride a 36-inch tall bike, seat height. You think I'm gonna go ride my ass down to you? You stupid motherfucker.
You fucking hoto. You hoto on a moto. That's what he is. He's a hoto on a moto, dude. You know what a hoto is, right?
Yeah.
Someone's Skype is ringing.
That's funny, dude.
That was me. I have this annoying Skype group that is full of furries that's like, listen to me.
Oh, that's cool.
Hey, I appreciate you guys cheering me up.
That's what we're here for, man. And the cat wants to say hi.
You're doing
wasn't-
stuff. The cat's got to get in front.
Meow meow.
I look for Reed's Bud to keep me updated on whether I need to watch Renegade Biker.
Oh, he went and got a Cena 10C.
I'm sure he'll fuck that up too.
He already has.
That'll be a 8-month adventure trying to get it fucking working right.
Oh,
He's been
dude,
testing it for 5 months.
it's a train wreck. He took his Hero 3, stuck a GoPro mount on the windscreen to face back at him. And so he's got 2 cameras now, so it's more of a train wreck now.
Oh God.
He does not even attempt to sync the videos,
Oh, I bet.
and the only thing that saves him now is the Cena will only record for about 7-10 minutes max before it cuts the clip.
What a jack off.
So he can't do 24-minute uploads anymore.
We good.
So,
He's saving a lot of lives that way.
but you know how he's got the way his helmet is, it's sitting low, and he's got it too far back, and he doesn't understand the concept of rotating the lens to straighten up the shot. So
Oh, fuck no, he probably doesn't have a smartphone that he can fucking adapt it and look at it on the cell phone to check out the game while he's on the fucking bike.
You know what that guy really needs?
It's like 30 degrees tilted this way. Everything's 30
That
degrees.
fucking guy needs a bullet in the fucking head.
He needs a camera that's shooting a video of his crotch, and he can call it the pussy cam.
But yeah, he's got it too far back on the helmet. It's like a 30 degrees this way, and I'm sitting there watching it. And then when he started doing the picture in picture, I said, I can't watch this anymore.
Wow. Yeah. Did
Oh,
you hear?
he's doing picture in picture.
Oh my lord.
Yeah.
Oh
Dude,
my
it's
lord.
fucking better if you just take both cameras,
And smash them.
shoot your fucking video, and then put them both in your video program, your editing program, and cut video here, move this one up here so everything's in line, and just keep doing it and switch back and forth.
Yeah, I'm going to start working on that next.
That fucking PIP is fucking dumber than fuck because there's no good place to put it. You can put it in the top right of the screen. You can put it in the top left of the screen.
It's useful. It's just useful for different things besides just picture in picture, you know. It's
But every
useful.
time you do that, then there's a bird that comes fucking, a condor that comes flying down in front of you, and you got your PIP in the fucking way.
We got a great big condor. Ain't she a beautiful sight?
That's what I'm going to start working on this summer, is getting to where I can switch back. I think, Kevin, you've done that, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, I do like probably 90% of my helmet cam, maybe like 10% I splice in. You know,
I'll be
like,
right
I
back.
have a camera that faces me. I have attached to my windscreen. You know, every now and then I'll cut some of that in, but honestly, because of my helmet, it's not like you can see any facial expressions or anything from me or eye
Right.
expressions.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same as wearing a friggin' helmet in a hangout.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about doing that.
Oh, trust me, there's many out there that'll do it. Just go to a Sergeant Markin live video.
Oh, they still do that?
Oh my God.
I think
DeFover and his gang
what's he
finally
doing?
got out of the on-air fucking, I'm wearing a fucking helmet. 'Cause I don't want you to see my face.
it's all started with that M13 guy is why those people.
All right, I'm
Oh,
ready.
there we go.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta stick your mic up inside there so it doesn't sound muffled.
Yeah, no muffle.
Everyone, this is
Oh, no,
Devontae Fox.
I'm going to Bluetooth my Cena to my computer, and I can do that.
Yeah, and it'll probably
Oh,
work.
that's cool.
Unlike another person with a Cena we know.
Huh?
I said, and yours will work, unlike another person we know with a Cena.
So now when I watch these videos and they're wearing fucking helmets, I always type in, is that guy a member of ISIS and doesn't want to expose his face? Is he Johnny God?
Now, what if your name was Helmet and you wore a helmet? Would that be okay?
Then the Spaceball jokes would never end.
Yeah. It never ends with me. I've had to hear Spaceball jokes since 1986, since it came out, because of, you know why.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and I just realized we're live, so I don't want to say that, but
Yeah. But actually, what was it? A couple of days ago, one of the channels I subscribed to, one of the review channels, the dude was wearing a Spaceballs T-shirt that was like a teaser for like a Spaceballs sequel.
sweet.
Just making fun because Spaceballs was to make fun of Star Wars. That was the whole joke.
I love that movie. It's
Right.
I have it on Blu-ray.
Yes, so do I.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is my copy?
And I mean, you gotta admit, Princess Vespa is pretty fucking good looking.
Oh yeah,
She was good looking in Melrose Place though too.
there it is. There's my copy.
What's that actress name? I forgot her name.
Marky Post?
No.
Yep, there's my copy of Spaceballs.
Yeah, it's the same one I have. What's the actress name that plays Vespa?
Fuck you guys. You guys enjoy some dumbass fucking comedy there.
Mel Brooks, man. Not on there.
I'm trying. But the light in here isn't worth a shit. So
That doesn't matter.
hold on, give me a second. I'll get you some.
He's got his cell phone handy. He can fire up the flashlight on that.
Bartholomew.
What was her name?
Princess Vespa. Like Vespa scooter.
Christ, Mel Brooks is like he writ the fucking movie.
Yeah.
I was thinking about just going out and buying.
Daphne Zuniga. That's her name.
Yeah, there it is.
Daphne Zuniga.
Yeah,
Say that again.
She played Joe in Melrose Place, if you ever remember that show.
Footy, say that again.
I was thinking about going out and buying like a little scooter. They have like I think it's 125 cc for like 600-700.
It's a Chinese scooter.
Yeah, just something to play around on.
One time you'll play around on it. It'll work one time, dude. You're throwing away $700 for probably 3 rides on that thing before it breaks.
Just make sure you spray paint everything on it again, because otherwise it's going to rust like a motherfucker from what I've seen.
I would rather buy a brand name scooter that's used for the same amount of money. You know what I mean?
What I was trying to get up and running, and I can't figure it out, is I bought an engine kit for a bicycle to make a motorized bicycle.
Right.
It ran for a while, but now it won't even start. So,
What kit did you get?
sorry, what?
What kit did you get?
There's a kit on eBay for like $100. It was the same kit that everyone's passing around.
It doesn't start.
It did start, and I can still get started, but I have to like really pedal it, and I can't figure out anything that's wrong with it because it's getting spark and everything else.
Is it got a choke on it or?
Yeah, it has a choke on it. I can smell the fuel out of the exhaust.
It's the flux capacitor, dude.
I'm thinking it might be the carburetor, but I can't be.
Most likely, if there's spark, yeah, there's little carburetors. What is it, like a Briggs and Stratton motor, or what is it?
No. It's
Husqvarna.
It's
Ting Ding Ling Ling.
Replace it with a pull-on chainsaw engine.
Yeah, or Husqvarna.
Is
No,
it one of the belt drive kits or
Yeah.
chain drive kits?
It's a chain.
Chain drive. Oh, there was a guy downstate for me who was sending me links for those add-on kits. What is it, like a 2 horsepower or something like that?
It's like a 60 cc.
You need to get a hold of a 1954 Shadow. He builds those for fun and sells them.
A 60cc for a bicycle? That's pretty powerful, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one of the. And Briggs and Stratton don't make them. It looks like a lawnmower motor, right?
Something like that.
It sits on a bracket behind the seat.
It's a dildo motor for the fat, ugly libtards, dude. Burn! They gotta fucking fire that thing up and shove it up their bunghole because nobody else will put anything up their ugly, fat bunghole.
So
Bunghole.
is it one of those ones that sits on a bracket behind the seat,
Mm,
or does it go down?
I'm trying to find the link of the eBay purchase.
I think Rosie O'Donnell's got 100 fucking cc butt plug. But she's having it bored and stroked. She's going for 125, dude.
I stand corrected. It's an 80 cc engine.
Yeah, that's like lawnmower size, man. That's
gnarly.
It's got to be it. I mean, more than likely. How long did you run it all the time, or did you let it set for any period of time? Or
It ran. There we go. That's what I got.
That's not the exact model, but there. If you type in motorized bike, you get like spammed with these kind of engines.
No, that's a 2-stroke, right?
Right.
Okay.
Here you go, man. This is the guy you need to get a hold of.
It's one of the ones that goes down in the frame. Okay.
I put it in the side chat.
Yeah, Shadow knows all about that. It's immediately who I thought of when he said motorized bicycle.
He builds those for fun.
Yeah. And
And then
Steve,
he always sells them off. Matter of fact, that's how he got his first bike.
now he's riding a silly little scooter.
And he doesn't upload videos anymore.
Oh, I haven't seen Shadow in ages.
No, I talk to him every day.
Oh, that's cool.
He's still around. He just doesn't upload any videos.
Kind of like me.
He's not taking that he's not taking his Bergman out in the winter down there.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Did he get his full license yet?
You know, I don't know. I'm afraid to ask.
That's Gandalf, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the bike he got. Yeah.
Yeah, Smyrna Cowboy's old scooter.
Yeah.
I've never ridden one of those maxi scooters. I imagine they're probably pretty fun.
But him and Chuck are going they're going out to California on Route 66 this summer.
Oh man.
And I'm like, I'm talking to Chuck and I'm like, are you sure he's ready for a ride that far?
That's hot out there too in the summertime.
I think they're leaving in May.
Yeah, it'll be pretty warm. Not scorching, but
Yeah, it won't be scorching yet. But
it'll be pretty warm in May though, coming through Arizona and the high deserts of California. Believe me, I know. So it'll probably be in the 90s at
But
least.
Chuck said, well, if you can't do it, we'll just turn around and go home. And I'm like, yeah, but once he gets to the point where he realizes he can't do it, is he going to have the strength to go the fuck back home?
Yeah.
I don't know. Just my opinion.
Well, that's why U-Haul rents out little trucks.
Yeah.
yeah, but that Bergman's a little bit heavy to be lifted in the back of a truck.
Yeah, jumping in the truck.
Unless you get a ramp and then you can ride it up on there, but I don't think either one of them have the skill.
Is he 650 Bergman?
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got the 400 in the garage, Bergman.
Cool. I'd
But
love to ride one.
It makes my knees hurt on a long ride. The way my legs are sitting in the middle of that scooter, it makes my legs hurt. I can't stretch out.
They make highway pegs for those, I think.
I don't think so, dude.
I don't think they do either. I think you just try to stretch out.
They've got that. They've got that lower fairing where your feet sit. It's basically part of the entire bike fairing.
So strange the way you sit on a scooter. It's just weird.
Someone made an adapter kit for that.
Oh, okay. Well, it just holds my knees at that angle where they just hurt.
Yeah.
Here, I'll do this. So someone's actually making these.
Just take the floorboards off and drag your feet.
I don't think you can. Total ruckus. What?
I just looked up pegs for a scooter, and that's what it came up as.
It's a fucking ruckus, dude.
Yeah, it's still a scooter. It's still pegs.
You're not gonna put that shit on a goddamn Bergman.
No, because
No,
there's
but you can
no
adapt it.
attachment to. The only attachment point you really have with that thing is underneath and under the back fender in the back. And that's where the trike kit's hooked up to it.
Let's
Can
see
you hear my
here.
dogs?
See if I can find a.
'Cause it's
Dude,
my
I'm
girl-
telling you, I rode BCs, and I rode Smyrna Cowboys, which is Bob's new bike.
Right.
And
it was fun, huh?
I looked at them. Yeah, it was all right. I didn't have any real problem with it. I was just like, no clutch,
Yeah, that's weird.
no shift.
Sitting like you're sitting in a chair at home. You know what I mean?
If I was a bitch, I could have side saddled it.
Oh yes. Let me just scoot on up to you, boy.
Oh,
when I'm riding the Bergman, I get no respect whatsoever.
Yeah, people throw shit at you and just fucking spit at you and laugh at you at the stoplight.
Yeah, it's not a scooter.
What an asshole! They should yell at
Some waves, but gosh, it's too funny.
How's-
right here.
You know, I think those scooters are pretty cool, and
So do I.
yeah, I just think the seating position is just weird. That's what I don't like about them.
Well, that's why we got it for her, so she didn't have to lift her leg over a bike.
Yeah,
The only problem is the bike kit's overpowering the brakes, and that's why she's scared of it. She can't stop it with the trike kit on it because it's a tag trike deal. So basically, it's training wheels, and the weight is added weight to her Bergman, and going downhill, she can't stop it good enough.
oh,
There's a 400.
Only you could find a homie bike. That is a fucking pimp bike, goddammit.
Yeah, but it's got pegs on it. God damn it!
That's not gonna fix Skip's fucking leg problem. I'm telling you right now. Unless those pedals flex forward, it ain't gonna fix his legs.
Oh, I'll go get one of those fence hinges, and I'll just drill some holes and put those fence hinges in it, and I'll get 2x4s and stick it on front.
a broomstick. Just cut holes for the broomstick to go through.
It's easier.
Why in the fuck would you put spikes on the bottom of your forks? Who in their right fucking mind would do some dumbass shit like that?
Dumbass motherfucker.
Go ahead and drive into some sand or mud and sink in, and yeah, those spikes will really help you get the fuck out of it.
That Bergman's flat out.
Or how do you get the bottom of the forks if you got to lift it into a truck? You know? Oh, I see. You put the spikes through your hands, and it helps you lift it.
Pimp my fucking ride, bitches.
I'm just proving that yes, you can find pegs for a scooter.
They sure are fun looking, but man, they are kind of ridiculously stupid looking.
I mean, I understand people putting spikes on their bike, but if you come flying off your bike, put something to catch on you.
Or better yet, you end up going ahead of the bike, and then the bike flips over and starts coming forward at you, and you see nothing but those front fork spikes.
Yeah.
God, I hope the tire hits me first.
I'm gonna share that link with the people in the side chat so they can see what we're laughing about.
I wonder if that bike's name is Vlad.
We had one of our
Vlad the Bergman. Vlad the Bergman.
Dude, I don't know why, but when you popped that up, it showed up on the screen. I don't even have the
Did it?
side chat window open.
Well, I threw it up in the group chat for the Hangout. That's why it popped up.
Oh, okay.
Well, one of our members, writing members here, had a wreck. He hit a piece of metal in the highway, and it blew his tire out
Oh God.
down. Now, the thing that makes it real interesting is he'd gone to the dark side, and he was using an automobile tire.
Uh-oh.
Right.
Dark
When
side.
you hit that metal, it actually deflated instantly.
Oh.
And he was doing 65 when he hit it, and he got it down to 45 before it went onto the ground.
Oh, that's awful.
So 3 of the club members are removing the car tires off their bikes.
Yeah, I would too.
Because, the car tire is only a 2-ply or 3-ply sidewall, where a bike tire has a lot more sidewall.
I never understood the reason behind doing that anyway. What is the reason to do that?
You get more miles out of it.
And $150 a tire.
You get more mileage out of a car tire than you do a bike tire.
Really? And you can also die because of it too. I'd rather just buy a really good motorcycle tire. Thank you very much.
Yeah, he broke his face. He
Yeah.
tried to lay it down, and it flipped it over and high-sided it the other direction. And he hit by his eye and everything, and he broke the eye socket.
Ugh.
But he's fine. He looks great, but he's got a broken finger, broken foot, bone in the foot broken, and they had to go in and fix the eye socket.
Damn.
He got lucky, actually, it sounds like to me.
And the guys that were following me, he's riding in a group, they said, you had air, and then the next second you had none. It was flat.
Wow. And then it just came off the rim probably at that point too. I mean, completely.
I was told not to do it because they don't lock into the rim quite right, the bead on the rim.
Yeah, that's what I would assume.
And that's what I was always told, that was the problem.
That's why there's a motorcycle tire and there's a car tire. You know what I mean? There's not a motorcycle / car tire to put on your bike.
It's,
You know, you don't put car tires on a motorcycle.
And he found out the hard way.
Yeah, I guess. He took one for the team. Everybody else fucking said, fuck this, and they all took their shit off, right?
Oh, yeah. There are 3 of them that were at the group. I went to a meeting, and there were 3 of them, and they said, hey, we're taking them off.
Yeah.
let's see. Vex said put tractor tires on the KLR.
Yeah. What's up,
Beck,
John?
you want a link?
Yeah, he's been watching the whole time. I'm waiting for him to say, hey, let me in.
I'll send it to him. I didn't even think about him. Fuck. Sorry about that, dude.
So how you doing, Kevin? How you doing, Shadow? You've been really quiet.
I'm trying to find out why I have to render a video 4 times to get it to pop up in my drive.
What, Google Drive?
What
Yeah.
software are you using?
Google's messing around again.
I'm using Vegas.
No.
Google Drive, if it's over a certain size, it won't play it.
I've got a form of Vegas and I never use it. I'm stuck with Magix. I just absolutely love Magix.
Because the last couple, because most of the videos I do on my phone, I just throw it up on my drive and then download it to my computer that way. But yeah, it won't play at the drive.
Right. I usually keep like the master files on the main computer, but I upload my render to Google Drive. I have like the 100 gig thing.
But yeah, you. Let's see here.
You know Yankee me wanky.
The terabyte that I use to store all my stuff that I do, I put on the terabyte and keep the computer hard drive relatively just for producing.
Dobra, Tubuku.
Tubuku.
Dobra, Tubuku.
Tubuku.
Hey, I have to hop off. My son discovered my hiding spots, and he's not happy with me.
You what?
My son, I was hiding from him.
Oh,
He's getting agitated now. He wants me to go play with him.
all right, man. Take it easy.
He's excited. I'll try to get back on later. So I'll check back in to see if you guys are still alive.
All right, Skipper.
All right. See ya. Yeah, I'm coming.
Yeah, man.
I'm also working on some new business cards too from our channel.
Hey, Clinton.
Dude, I got some ding dongs, man, and they're the size of a fucking $50 now.
Yeah, they made them small.
Dude, they are literally half the size of what they used to be, man. I was so angry. They've reduced them in size twice in the last 2 years.
So they don't have to put the price up as much.
Fuck, man. The ding dong used to be twice the size it was what it is now. It's like a little fucking bite-sized fucking bullshit now.
Well, look at the Halloween candy. They're doing the same thing. The little Halloween candy bags, they used to be pretty decent. Now they're micro.
Yep.
The Valentine
Oh,
candy.
that's because the liberals want to cut down on sugar.
Yeah. Who's got the echo going?
Skip does.
That's what I was trying to say, Clinton. I think your headset died.
I think it's
I think it's me.
It's not
Huh.
me.
it is
Hello?
you. It's you.
Okay. Let me,
Yeah. Definitely you.
where's the speaker? Okay, now, how's that?
Test. There you go.
Audio.
Yeah, I can't hear you at all now.
Yeah, you're good.
You can't hear us at all.
There we go.
All right.
There we
Test. 1, 2.
Is that better?
1, 2. We're still. I think your headset kicked out.
Try that.
That's better.
1, 2, 3.
There.
Come on, you two. Stop.
I keep seeing the green flash on you, Reed.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Go. Go. Lay down. Stay.
Echo.
Move. That's bullshit.
Echo.
Dude, we
I think that
ordered
might.
a fan from Amazon, and it was shipped to us just in the damn box. Shut the fuck up, you little shit! Little terrorist. I'll mute my mic.
It's all right.
Allah Akbar, bitch.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
We need to know who we want.
Oh my God.
Still doing it. All right.
It was, God, what was it? Back on like Forza 4.
I just muted him and it stopped.
Aloha Snapper.
Maisie didn't win then.
With that,
Maisie didn't win.
I wasn't
No.
here. Did it come back?
so this is the way they shipped the damn fan to us. They didn't put it in a friggin' box, man. That kind of makes me mad because it's all fucking crushed on one side.
Well,
Amazon.
tell when he comes back on, he's got to unmute himself because I can't seem to. I muted him and now I can't unmute him.
Sure, it's not broken. Get.
It's not letting me do anything either.
Yeah, we had to buy a fan in the middle of Sierra winter, huge Sierra winter. Like we need a fan, but we need one to sleep.
Well, then you probably got it cheaper anyway.
Yeah, I think it was $30 versus $40. But none of the stores have fans out. None of them. We had to buy it on Amazon. We had to. We'd rather just buy it in the store, but.
Hey, you're wearing a Mothman t-shirt.
What's that?
Wearing a Mothman t-shirt.
Yeah. Got it from the Mothman Museum in Point Pleasant, West Virginia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, the lady that ran the restaurant down there, she died.
So did the guy who made the statue, the metal statue of the Mothman.
Yeah.
He just passed away recently too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They closed the restaurant. The kids want nothing to do with it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, I plan on maybe going over there again here in a few months. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're coming. You're going back to Ohio.
Yeah.
Right.
Point Pleasant's only across the Ohio River from where I'm going. I mean, literally, you just go across the river and you're in Point Pleasant from where I'm going.
Lay the box down so they can check it out. They think there's food in that box.
So we think that Getty is part Boston Terrier. That's what we're thinking. Because,
Really?
Yeah, he's part Boston Terrier, part Pit Bull, and he's the smallest boy Pit Bull I've ever seen that's full grown. He's taller than Maisie. I'm not complaining. I love his size, but
Yeah.
yeah, he's got a little tiny head and everything, but he's got the strength of a full giant Pit Bull, man. That fucker's strong.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
need
yeah.
a Luna.
What's that?
You need a Luna.
Luna?
Yeah.
I bet Luna's a fucking tank.
She's only 90 pounds. I think she's a lap dog.
Yeah, they all do. I have a picture of Maisie sitting in Michelle's lap. She does it all the time, dude. Sitting sitting in her lap like she's fucking this big or something. Like giant sitting on Michelle's lap. She's like Clifford the dog, the big red
Really sit on
dog.
the couch like she's human.
Hey, come on. No. Go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. Get up there. Get up there. Lay down. Lay down. Good. You stay. You stay.
Oh, they say there.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm. I need to make a trip down there. I've never been down there.
Oh, you should. It's really cool, man. And I mean, there's not a lot to see, but it's a beautiful area.
Oh, dude, I grew up in dead West Virginia, man. So
Yeah, I was very, very surprised in how beautiful West Virginia really is. It's a nice state.
oh,
It won't
it's
be dead for long with Trump in.
it's
Yeah.
a pretty state, but
Oh, I liked it there.
Lines will be opening up again, dude.
I liked Ohio too. I just don't think I could ever live out
I
there.
think the damage has been done.
Oh, he's bringing coal back, clean coal.
Yeah, but I think the damage has been done.
No,
Yeah.
Definitely not,
they're
dude.
gonna start producing steel again up in Pennsylvania, and they can't do it with natural gas. Has to be coal.
Yeah, that to get the temperature.
They'll never afford it. Union people want too much. They'll never afford it.
Things are changing, son. Things are changing, boy.
Well, if you really need to smelt steel, you could just use electricity.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't cost money.
Okay, so here's the deal.
You use electricity. The electricity plant's going to need the coal.
So here you go. 27 cents per kilowatt for either wind power or solar power. 15 cents per kilowatt hour for natural gas. Or 4 cents per kilowatt hour for fucking coal. What do you think they're gonna fucking choose?
They could just go with the thorium route and just make everything cheaper.
Yeah, but you understand, we go thorium, they're not making a lot of money on it, so they're gonna sit there and go with the stuff we have to use and consume so that they can charge a lot.
The stupid shit is coal is still being produced out on the west, and you know where that shit goes.
They're still
Power
producing.
plants.
No, it goes to the Asian Pacific.
Yeah, they still produce it here. They ship it off. They produce it and ship it off because they sell it to either
China.
Russia, China.
And China just cut off North Korea, supposedly. So where's the fucking gain and where's our loss? That's what I like about Trump. He's not a fucking dumbass. He knows what the fuck is going on.
Oh yeah, he does.
Yeah, I still think the damage has been done.
Well, you would know more than me, that's for sure. I live in Nevada, not West Virginia. You know. But I hope that it isn't like that, what you say, and I hope that West Virginia can thrive again with the coal industry and shit. I hope so.
Shadow, you muted yourself.
Yeah, I know. I got the air conditioner on. I'm not sure if you guys can hear it or not. Can you?
No.
No, we don't hear it.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll have to mute myself then.
You have the air conditioner on?
Air conditioner?
It ain't that fucking hot, dude.
Where are you? In Mexico or something, man?
No, it's
No.
not.
I'm in southern Ohio, a little area called Chillicothe.
Oh, I just was there not too long ago in Chillicothe.
I was gonna say I've been through Chillicothe.
Well, I'm going to Gallipolis soon, bro.
Hey, maybe we can do a dual vlog.
That's funny, man.
He won't have his bike.
No, I'm flying on a jet plane out there. God, I hate this fucking phone. That text alert just pisses me off anymore. I should change it.
Just mute it. Or just put it on vibrate, dude.
Ugh.
Oh, the trash guy made it.
They're just not picking up your trash.
So it's hot enough in southern Ohio to turn on the air conditioner?
Yeah, it's it was like in the 60s, and inside it's kind of warmer because I got things rendering and there's a couple people in the room. So yeah.
Wow.
Dude, it's 72 in my room and it ain't that.
It's 58 in my house, dude, and that's warm.
I mean, tomorrow they're calling for 70-degree temperatures here.
Oh, not here. We're still
It
below.
was 76 here yesterday, Reed.
Are you kidding me?
No.
80 down here.
Dude, we're in the grips of winter here. Like we don't ever think winter's gonna fucking end, man.
But we got 3 to 5 inches of snow coming
Come over here.
tonight and tomorrow.
We never had winter here.
I can't believe that you're gonna have heavy wind, Tom, if snow's coming soon. Because
Alliance, Nebraska got, last time it was reported was 22 inches.
Yeah, they were under a blizzard warning, weren't they?
and this year 22 inches is a dusting for us here. a dusting.
I hear you.
Yeah, but that's still a lot of snow. But this year, man, not this year. Not for us, at least. I mean,
Just have your plows push it up over the on the upside of the Oroville Dam.
yeah.
I want to see that fucker bust loose.
You know, it's fuck you, phone.
Yeah, it's gonna be 70.5 on Tuesday.
You guys are so friggin' lucky.
$76 tomorrow.
Yeah,
Well, dude, that's summer temperatures.
I know.
you're getting my temps 2 days late.
Yeah, it's about right.
But snow's coming up out of Denver towards Tom. That's where the snow's coming. It's upsloping out of Colorado.
Yeah,
Actually, it's
You can keep
yeah,
going right up north.
probably right, but the heavy shit's going north of us.
Yeah. I was watching the radar early this morning, and it was north of you.
Even
But
summer.
They
We
keep
don't need it down the
they
south.
keep changing the map, so
Even the fruitcakes in Southern California are getting pummeled by rain, at least.
Yeah, it's 46 degrees right now.
But are they still going to complain there's a drought?
Of course they will. They'll protest about it. They're going to go out and protest, and they're going to burn shit, and they're going to block the freeway and everything because of water. That's what they're going to do. The water is racist. The water is bigoted. The water will not come to LA because it's a bigot. And
Well-
now it's here, and now it's taking out the folks' houses, and it's flooding the streets of the, you know, the downtrodden, you know, the poor immigrants. You know, it's
the
very,
poor
very
dumb fucks
bigoted.
that live in floodplain where the river used to be until they built a dam.
You know that one of the really main reasons why they're all of a sudden having where there's that issue.
Global warming.
Well, no, because they were never allowed to build enough.
Global stupidity.
They was never allowed to build enough. What's the word I'm looking for? Aqueduct.
Reservoirs.
Reservoirs, yeah. Because if some three-toed owl that they found all of a sudden, you know, they couldn't touch the land.
The problem with the Oroville Dam is it's stopping the salmon from swimming upstream.
Yep, since 1969 or 68 when it was open.
You know what? Fuck them salmon. They got salmon farms all over out there.
Yeah, they have hatcheries and shit. And they have fish ladders and all that crap too.
Soggy fruitcake.
Yeah, soggy fruitcake.
That's from Muzzle Mike.
Yeah, right on, Muzzle Mike. Why isn't he in here?
He's tired. I asked him earlier. He had a stress test today.
Oh.
So how stressed did you get, Mike?
Chemtrails.
They gave him 12 G's, dude. 12 G's in like a Moonraker when James Bond got stuck in the fucking machine that gave him all them G's. That's what they did with Mike.
I thought that was Clint Eastwood in, what was it, Firefox?
Oh, that was a good one, Firefox.
Stealing the Russian jet?
Yeah, that was the flying sequences are a bit cheesy to today's standards, but it's a good movie.
See,
like
I could see Muzzle Mike going to Russia and stealing the jet.
Yes,
Muzzle Mike could handle the G-force.
Right.
Yeah, I can see the rocket launchers on Muzzle Mike's goat.
I put those on there.
God, he says it's even in the 70s for Pennsylvania tomorrow.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on? Have we just robbed the winter from the entire nation?
No, we never got winter here.
Man, At all? You guys have got no snow at all?
Well, we
We
didn't
got
have that much, Reed. We thought you could have it all.
we
They,
get,
They built
haven't
the wall to blow you off of the rest of the United States, and it's sticking there.
we haven't been below 30 for 2 fucking weeks.
Oh my God! Wow.
yeah. Actually, this year was the first year it didn't snow on my birthday.
Well, it's definitely going to snow on mine.
We were hoping you could have all the snow and then you can just push it over onto California and
Oh,
bury
well,
that.
Just make sure it gets above the Oroville Dam. That's all I want.
well, all the snow that we get here contributes to Lake Oroville, so it's directly related, and that's why it was overflowing the last time, because of all our snow up here and the heavy rain in the lower elevations, of course. But it was
Put
raining.
a box on the back of your bike. Make sure you take it up there and dump it in the fucking lake.
Oh man, I think I'm going to end this hangout, guys.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna quit being
I'll see you
live.
later, man. Take care, bro.
I'm not
Good night, everyone who came.
Go ahead and fucking end it. Go ahead. Go ahead and end it.
I'm not leaving. Fuck you guys.
Go ahead and end
Thanks for
it.
coming, everybody. Peace out.